I got a little rabbit in this hole, and I'm gonna catch the little rabbit and eat him up.
Hello everyone. Hey, I've had a great day today. I have gotten some things I wanted to get done. First thing, on the U-boat, I spray painted a gloss coat on the top deck. I had made some mistakes yesterday. I did one coat on yesterday. And I thought, oh no, I forgot to paint this and I forgot to paint that. Darn it. So last night I painted the parts, and today I put a couple clear coats on the deck and on the side. So that's ready to rock and roll. I'm waiting to get some washes from a company called Pro Modeler. And when I get those, I should get them tomorrow. I'm gonna let the clear coat, it's a gloss clear coat, dry for a couple days. So I will, as soon as it's dry, I'm going to try this new wash. It's clay based, and I'm going to bring it to the meeting this Saturday, and I'll hook up my computer and show them the video of this stuff. And I hopefully will have some of the wash on the deck of it, like half done, so that I can show the guys in the club this is how it works and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, been a very good day. Did that. Then I had my Mad Max car. I've been working over at Vic's for a while. The Mad Max car. Ooh. You know, I love the Mad Max car. I've been wanting to build this, like I said in my last video on pulling chrome off of parts. I pulled the chrome off of the Mad Max car and I repainted it as silver leaf. I have henceforth put cables on the blower. There's cables up here. According to the real picture, the real thing is a cable comes around here to the side, and the cable comes around the other side. So I've added cables for that. I finished the exhaust. I painted that up, and a couple of little parts. Oh, the belt and stuff like that. I painted all that and everything like that. So I've got those done. But today I was sitting there and go, well, I want to, since I have the airbrush out, I want to work on the U-boat. Why don't I, since the body is sanded and I've taken all the marks off and everything, just fix it all up. Why don't I primer it? So I decided to do that. And after I put the U-boat clear on, I cleaned up my airbrush and put everything back inside the house, brought the body out. I even made its own stand for the to hold the car in place, because I was figuring, how am I going to hold it? So I made its own little stand out of wood pegs and wooden sticks. But here it is after the primer coat. Now I use Model Master primer, enamel. I love enamels. I love Model Master paints. Just recently gotten into the Vallejos and the acrylics. But this paint, if you like primer, this will come out the smoothest, and it will fill small cracks, and it just sprays beautifully. Look at this. I mean, this is just awesome. I love this. I mean, I can't tell you how beautiful. If you're here in person, you'd see it like, wow. It looks like showroom factory color. I mean, like there's no orange peel, no nothing. It looks like it came from the factory, gray like this. But it is beautiful. It turned out sweet. So I am very happy with that. That made my day. Once this primer went on, I was like, yes. I'm probably going to paint this thing in the future. We're running out of nice days for me to paint outside, so I'm probably going to do a semi-gloss black. So I think I've got some Model Master semi-gloss black in my paints in my drawer. So I've got to check for that. I kind of want to use Model Master again because it goes on so smooth. I don't want that orange peel effect, which I've had happen when I've done cars in the past. Yes, I have done cars in the past. Rare, but I have. I know our model club is mainly military, but every once in a while we do something odd. Anyway, since I've been working at this at Vic's house, mainly at Vic's house, just something to do, so we get together once a week and and build models, just like a quilting bee, like my mom does with her friends. Two guys, we get together. Sometimes Roy will come with us and meet at either my house or Vic's house. So this is something for me to do. So anyway, the other day when I was over there, I decided that I'd watched the movie Road Warrior the other day, and I noticed that the window was always down. It was never up, and this is all the way across here, so I needed to cut that out. Well, I scored, and did all that work, and I got to cut it out. I sanded, I broke the windshield just here, I cracked it right there just a little bit, scarred it over here just a little bit. So I decided, well, since I cracked it, and since I scarred it, since I cut all this stuff out, I might as well sand it. So I asked Vic if he could borrow his 1500 grit and 2000 grit. So I took 1500, went lightly over it, took 2000, went over it. And I said, okay, I went home, And so today I thought, well, why not? While I'm waiting for the paint to dry and stuff, why don't I go ahead and dip it in future wax, see how it turned out. Well, I did, and boy, you could still see the scratches badly. It was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Oh, crap! This sucks. So I said, well, all right, let me see what I can do. So I took some ammonia and stripped off the future, and then I said, okay, so I looked up online. I remember something about toothpaste. I wanted to see about things like micro cleaners and polishers, and some company, not Nextel but Nexus or something like that, they make 3 different polishing things. I'm like, man, I just want to do a simple method that is easy to do, that I have stuff at home I can do. I don't want to go rushing out all over the place, go to Hobby Town, whatever. I don't want to do that. I just want to find something at home. So I saw an article, a discussion board, where the guy said, I just use toothpaste. And he said, I just use soft cloth and toothpaste. I'm like, okay, well, I've got both of those. So I decided that I would start polishing the main windshield. Now, so far, I don't know if you can see the difference or not. See, hold on. There. See how foggy that is? And see how much clearer that is? Now, that may still look bad, but I have already cheated. I've already dipped this in after I polished it for like half an hour to an hour, off and on, both sides, front and back. I cheated and put some future floor wax on it and went, oh my God, it's clear! Thank God! So I've already taken toothpaste and microabrasioned it and made it so that it's clear with that. So I stripped that back off. I said, okay, I took some ammonia and stripped it back off. Be careful when you're doing ammonia. I'm doing it in my kitchen, and damn, that stuff wants to knock you out. I mean, that stuff is, whew. Ammonia is strong. But anyway, so let me show you real quick. Basically, let me show you what I did so you can see. Just take some toothpaste. I use Crest Pro Health. And I don't know if it matters. Some of the guys said Colgate or something on this board. So just squeeze a little bit out. You don't need much. Just squeeze a little bit out. Okay? And just like that. And just take it and just start putting it on and rubbing. Now, I don't know if you can see it because I don't want to do this where you can not see it, but oh well, let's do this. I'll do this sideways. Just keep rubbing it. Just rub. And then, as I did the other side, I'll rub that. And just keep this up. It might take you a half an hour or more. And it goes on really thick, which is fine. Just keep rubbing it. And it will actually thin out towards like almost not there. I guess it gets into the rag and stuff too. But this is a micro, did I tell you before? I can't remember. A microfiber rag. I like this because they are scratch proof and they're really neat to hold stuff and to catch dirt. They really do work well. Anyway, while I'm doing this, let me tell you, the reason I like the Mad Max car so much is not only the movie was really cool, but my Uncle John, growing up, he had a car he called the Wile E. Coyote. And I only saw it every so often because he would come over to visit with my Aunt Jill and my cousin and Aunt Jen and Jill. Oh my God. Well, he's not married to her anymore. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. No, Jill was her daughter. Jan was his wife. That's it. Aunt Jan and my cousin Jill. Anyway, so he used to come over with his Wile E. Coyote. Now, if you're watching this, Uncle John, please forgive me. It was a Ford, and it was a 55. It was in the 50s, I want to say. It was all hopped up. Looked like Mad Max's car. Mad Max's car is an Australian Ford Falcon. GB something XT or something like that. But my uncle's car was a Ford something, and I can't remember what year it was. And it was in the 50s, I think, or Could have been. No, it must have been the 50s because I was a little kid. I grew up in the 60s. So, anyway, my dad go with rides for him, and I went in it once or twice, I think, and he had later on he had a roll cage in there, and he had it all hopped up, and that thing used to haul butt. My dad used to tell me stories about him and Uncle John going out, and Uncle John driving, and just all the crazy things he would do, and how fast he could go, and all that kind of stuff. It was really neat. Not that he broke any laws or anything. But Uncle John was the one that really got me into liking fast cars and cars that just had blowers on them and just all hopped up. And you know, I used to go to Uncle John's house with my dad, and he had a HO race car set down in his basement, but it was for his club he belonged to, and it was awesome. He was handmade 4 lanes, like 18 feet long oval with an N-gauge train set in the middle, all the stockyards and Richard Petty's house and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it was really cool. Oh man, the only other person that really got me into trains was my Uncle Angelo, and Uncle Angelo was awesome. He has a huge collection of trains, and he's a train fanatic, and I love him for it, man. He's really cool with his trains. But Uncle John was the one who really, like I said, he influenced me a lot on this, and it was when Mad Max came out, I just said, oh my god, it's my Uncle John's car. It looked like, you know, kind of like it, but I was like, oh, what a neat car. Thank you, Uncle John, for influencing me on that. I really appreciate it, kiddo. Even though you may not know you did, you did. Alright, well anyway, I've been working on this for a little bit. It needs a lot more work, but let me go and rinse it off real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, well, let me dry it off real quick. It really can't see a big difference, but it is a little better. It's better. See, there's that. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then there's this, and you can see how much foggier that is. It does work. I mean, the front windshield still looks foggy, but once you get those abrasions down, and you take that abrasive with the toothpaste in there, it's such fine. It actually polishes and takes those large scratches and cleans them up and degouges them, I guess, enough where future floor finish coats it and works really great. So I'll keep working on this, and I'll get them all cleaned up, and then I'll future floor wax everything, and I'll come back at some time in the future. Like I said, right now I'm working on the U-boat. That'll be my main thing, is working with the U-boat, getting that done. Oops, I'm out of the camera. Once the U-boat's done, then I'll continue working on the Mad Max car. I really want to do it. It's been a long time since I've done a car, so I really want to finish it up and have a good time. Enter in a contest or something, you know. Freak everybody out. Alright, well that's it. Oh, one more thing. You know how they say, I had to go grocery shop. Well, I didn't have to go grocery. I had to get some milk over at Walmart. So I had to go out and run out to Best Buy to pick up a cable for running my computer into Dave's TV for this weekend. So when I show this video for the washes, I had to go buy a cable. So I thought, well, I'll go get some milk. While I'm out, I'll just get some milk. No big deal. And so I went to Walmart, and you know how they say, don't go when you're hungry. I didn't have lunch, and it was around 1:32, and like a dumbass, I'm going by the bakery section, and this is for my adopted sister Lisa. If you're watching, she and I both love pumpkin a lot, and this time of year, she starts in October, I start in November. She gave me a bunch of really great, actually gave me one really great recipe for pumpkin bars, and I love them. Thank you, Lisa, so much for that. But when I go by this time of year into the bakery department, and I see something, and I'm hungry, oops. So this is for you, Lisa. Paula Deen's pumpkin praline pie. Oh my god. Look at that. Yummy. I can hardly wait to have it for dessert tonight. I shouldn't have, but I couldn't help it. I was hungry. I'm still hungry. I'll cook dinner early tonight when my daughter gets home. Alright. Anyway, sorry about sidetracking y'all. Anyway, I'll come back when probably the next one will be for the U-boat, and I'll show you the wash and everything I did for that. So take care, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.